Hey guys, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a little card game from Czacha Games called Gremlins Inc. Gremlins Inc. is a 2 to 6 player card game where each player is playing as gremlins, and you're trying to complete these blueprints and score the most prestige points before other players. There are cards that are going to let you get in other players' business in like a take that manner, be able to steal some resources from their projects, make them discard cards, maybe steal some points, all that good kind of interactive goodness. So enough overview of the game. Let's go down to the table, see how it plays. Alright, so here's a game of Gremlins Inc. set up for a 3-player game. You're going to first shuffle the stack of cards. You're going to deal each player 6. You're going to set the little scoring chits off to the side. They have a little hat, so anything that has a hat is a scoring point. Then you're going to deal each player 6. If I didn't already say that, there's going to be a discard pile here. Then you're going to get started. On each player's turn, they have an option of taking 2 actions from the following actions. You can build, start a blueprint, which look like this. They have points. They have 2 resource requirements. They're going to give you this ability once it's completed. You can play action cards, which look like this. They're going to cost a certain amount of resources. So in this case, I'd have to play another gold card with this, and then I get to do this. You can complete a blueprint by flipping it over, having all the required pieces, discarding your resources, then you get the points and get to do the ability. Or you can discard a current open blueprint to have room to start a new one, because you can only ever have 3 at any given time. So let's get started here. And to get started, this player has these cards right here. They have 1 blueprint, so they want to get started with that. So they're going to get started here. It's going to give 5 points when they complete it, and it needs 3 greens and 3 gold resources. So first thing they're going to do is this. Then they're going to play a resource card, which you can see the gold bars up at the top. They're going to play that to their blueprint. And then at the end of each turn, every player draws up to 6 cards. And then they have their 6 cards. It'll be the next player's turn. So then we'll go over here. This player doesn't have any blueprints, as you can see. So they are not really going to do a whole lot of anything. They're going to play this. The owner of the project with the most malice discards their hand and skips their next turn. This card doesn't work if none of the players have any malice. So in this case, they wasted it. They had to discard a gold card with it. No players have malice because there's only one that has gold. And let's see. They're not going to do anything else. Oh yeah, they'll play this one as well. This one doesn't have a resource cost, so they just get to do it. They get to look at the hand of an opponent. I can discard one of their cards. So I will look at the third player's hand. He hasn't even, third player's hand. He hasn't even played yet. Let's see what he has in here. Good. Ooh, he has a 6-point blueprint. So we'll make him get rid of that bad boy. All right. So that was the end of that player's turn. He's going to draw back up to 6. Then this player is also going to draw up to 6 because they lost a card. And then it'll be their turn. All right. So let's see here. Here's what they have. They're going to get started with a blueprint. This is a fairly simple one. They would like to get on the board with some points. So this one needs 3 green and 3 gold. They have a green, so they're going to use this green as a resource. Tuck it under. And then they're going to draw back up to 6. Alright, now for sake of example, let's say this player completed their blueprint. So they discard their resources, flip their blueprint. They're going to get 5 points, which are these little hats right here. They get 5 points, and then they're going to get to do what the ability says. So let's take a look at this. If this project is revealed by the time it is completed, you get 3 hats instead of 5. So it wasn't revealed by the time it was completed, so I get the 5 hats. That's not a permanent blueprint, so it gets discarded. They get 1 more action. Let's see what they would like to do here. Can't play anything else because he doesn't have any gold cards. Oh, he does have one gold card, but he's not going to do anything else, so he's going to pass his turn. He already has 6, so he won't go up. And that is how you play Gremlins Inc. You're going to keep going around until you either hit 10 points for a short game, 20 points for a medium game, or 20 points is also recommended for the first time players, or 30 points for the first full game, which is recommended in the rule book once you know how to play. So that is Gremlins Inc. Let's go up to the top and see what we think about it. Alright, so that was Gremlins Inc. This is a fun little card game. I like how you're using cards in different ways. So they can be action cards, they can be resources, some of them can be blueprints. It's just nice to be able to have cards that can be used multiple ways, so you don't have to just, maybe sometimes you could do a blueprint and then just discard cards, but in this case you can decide if you want to use the card for its action, for its resource, do you want it to be a blueprint, so on and so forth. And I just love that in a game. I like that this game has some take that, but some of the take that cards are really expensive to play. So there might be a card where I hit my opponent and they have to discard 5 cards. But that's going to cost me 4 cards to play because I have to play the main card and then discard 3 other cards. That's a good balance. It makes it so you can't just keep punishing people and rack up a ton of points before they get any. So yeah, it's a nice way to do take that that's not overwhelming, because normally I'm not a huge fan of that, but in this game I think it works, and the fact that you're gremlins, the theme kind of goes hand in hand with the take that. So yeah, this is a fun little card game. I highly recommend it. If you get a chance to find it and pick it up, and you're a fan of like Munchkin style games or other games of that sort where you're kind of getting in your opponent's faces and also competing to try to be the first person to get a pile of points, this will definitely be the game for you. So yeah, that was Gremlins Inc. Hope you enjoyed the review and keep gaming.